It's a tricky balance that we're pushing for, where we know it's a really popular site. We want to be able to allow for plenty of access to the river and places where we can recreate. We can have our dogs with us recreating, but not see some of the vegetation loss and just losing important plants and riverbank health that we want to maintain for the river, whether it's for water quality or for fish cover or for songbirds, other species that are living out here along the river with us.
A portion of the Rimrock Trail restoration project that dog owners will notice is installation of split rail fences to channel their four-legged friends' access to the river.
It looks successful based on what's going on behind us. The dogs are still having a blast.
Yeah, I feel like we're going in a good direction, and I think it's going to be an adjustment for folks just to be able to sort of see some of the differences. But already with the signs of spring, it's exciting to be able to see the vegetation, sort of coming back and seeing the chance of these places continue to thrive. And I think success will probably measure it in a couple years as we kind of see the way that it is working for folks and the way that the habitat is hopefully going to be able to remain intact.
This project has been years in the making and was run through a National Environmental Policy Act review. There was lots of public input, including from DogPack, an organization that champions off-leash areas. And now the work to protect the riverbank is being done by a diverse group of agencies and organizations, including the Deschutes National Forest, Trout Unlimited, the Deschutes Trails Coalition, with funding from Visit Bend and the Bend Sustainability Fund.
We talked to the crew that was down here and they explained that basically what they were trying to do is rejuvenate, because we've all been using this whole space. So they're just taking off certain parts and keeping us to one space, and I don't think anybody really notices a difference in terms of use, and we love the fact that they're rejuvenating certain parts of it.
There's just a lot of curiosity of what we're doing. There is, in some cases, folks are a little concerned about, are they going to be able to continue to come enjoy this place, particularly those that want to bring their dogs to water, and usually when you have that conversation of, we're looking to protect the resource that you enjoy and then also provide access, you see folks kind of put it together and feel pretty good about it at that point.
What dogs and dog owners will find when they visit the river at Good Dog are defined access points, such as this one that was getting shredded by dogs racing up and down the steep bank to retrieve balls and sticks thrown into the river by their well-meaning humans.
So what we've done is we've allowed for 2 access points that have been improved a little bit for kind of getting in and out of the water. And then we've protected some of the vegetation that's right there on the riverbank, trying to keep the riverbank healthy as we can. The fencing is to discourage the additional maze of spread of trails or impacts that could grow from that site. Because in this side of the fence, the vegetation's intact, and we want to try to keep it that way and try to maintain as much of the riverbank in that location as we can. And then there's even a little bit of fencing that kind of guides dog owners and the dogs to find the carefully designed trail that goes down to the bottom.
It's about 2 miles of stream bank. We're also doing a little bit of work away from the stream bank as well. With all the use in this area, there's been a proliferation of essentially, unauthorized trails that have just happened over time. So we actually did add some more official trail system a few years back. We added about 5.5 additional trail miles. And then we're also doing some work in a few places to decommission a few of the ones that just weren't sustainable from a resource point of view, ones that go straight up and down the hill that are funneling erosion and sediment right into the river, things like that. So doing a little bit of that work as well.
Another positive of the riverbank restoration and trail work is improved signage. It is now much easier to navigate with clearly marked trails, distances, and directions to help dog owners and other visitors to the area plan loops and return routes to their starting point.
I do love dogs. I think many of us do in Central Oregon. They're a part of our families, they're a part of our lifestyle. For us, I think it's a matter of trying to figure out how we can enjoy our time with dogs, but then also make sure that we're not losing some of the wildlife or the habitat that we share with other species. And I think that's a bit of the balance that we're striving for.
From Good Dog on the Deschutes River near Bend, I'm Brooks Snavely for The Great Outdoors.